Welcome back, everybody. Finally, to Chip Damaged. We got a more advanced show than usual, and some what comes along with that is some even more complicated technical difficulties. So usual, rather than our normal 10 minutes late, we're coming to you 24 minutes late, which I think is perfectly in line with tradition for us. So thanks for hanging out. Again, welcome everybody once again to the Internet's only late-night FGC and gaming variety talk show that nobody asked us to make. We're the Four Horsemen, and this is our fortress, live from Nashville, Tennessee, weekly on twitch.tv. We got some guests in the studio. Some you'll recognize, some you won't, first time. And we've got a killer game show lined up for you that we will be piloting for the first time, but hopefully not the last time. You know what it is. Welcome everybody to Chip Damaged.
Why? Oh, all right. Well, okay. Hey, how you doing? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chip Damaged. How you doing, Viz?
I'm doing pretty good, bro. What's going on?
I'm doing great. It's my first time hosting a Chip Damaged show, everyone. So, I'm Ragtag. You can find me on Twitter, Ragtag7, and on Twitch TV. I'm a platinum runner. And right next to me, Uncle Viz.
What's going on, people?
So
We got some good shit today.
we got a lot of news for you guys, and Virtua Fighter seems to be all the news right now. So how you feeling about Virtua Fighter coming back?
Virtua who? Nah. I'm playing. Virtua Fighter is actually a really good game.
Yeah.
It's godlike. It's one of the legendary 3D fighting games. It helped change the scope of the FGC. But we do have to talk about this latest entry, Virtua Fighter 5.
Yeah, Ultimate Edition, right? Ultimate?
Yes.
So, yeah, Virtua Fighter 5 will be available on, I believe, June 1st for the PlayStation Plus subscribers.
It's
so it's going to be free.
It's free.
With Star Wars Squadrons and Operation Tango on the side. So,
You said latest release there, too. I think most people will be quick to point out that latest is not so latest in this case, right?
right. So,
You say latest very loosely around these parts.
Yeah.
I haven't personally played Virtua Fighter 4 before. So I haven't
Never played
actually.
Virtua
No, I
Fighter?
never actually did. No.
Virtua Fighter.
I'm a baby when it comes to
Virtua Fighter is
Fighter.
kind of lit, bro. I'm not
is it?
going to
Okay.
hold you. It's honestly, I'm not going to say it's vastly different because it's really not. Low key, a lot of 3D fighters play the same, kind of the same general.
It's got a lot of Dead or
mechanics.
Alive feel to me.
But I will say, it feels more like Dead or Alive than it feels like Tekken.
Okay.
So if you play Dead or Alive and you like playing Dead or Alive, then I think you'll like.
It's a little bit more
Virtua Fighter.
controlled pace,
Yeah.
like a little bit more slower pace than Tekken. Yeah, okay.
But one thing I want to talk about, there was a tweet that went out when they were advertising the game. Because you know, today and age, pandemic, the first thing people talk about when they talk about fighting games is the netcode. They didn't say what the netcode was. Their only description of the netcode is it absorbs the rollback. What the fuck does that mean?
Absorbs the rollback.
What does that
Is
mean?
it like, did they just like find a towel and like they just
We
put
call
it
it-
over the switch?
No,
and
we
was just
call
like,
that sponge-based netcode.
I thought it was so
Sponge-based
funny that the second tweet, or like when it came out, they were using this language that was indicative that they were exploring some kind of new technology, and in doing so, they more or less just wrote out a perfect description of what rollback netcode already is, and then said they were presenting it as an alternative to rollback netcode.
Interesting.
See, I'm just afraid it's going to be the Street Fighter 5 netcode, where it's like, oh, we got rollback at home.
I mean,
That's not the case. I really don't wish.
look,
for
I'm
that
glad
to be the
rollback
case.
was even mentioned. So at the fact that it was even mentioned,
passing.
it can.
It's
I mean, maybe they're using it as a buzzword to get people, on the train for Virtua
dead ass.
Fighter 5.
I would too. Not going to hold you,
So-
but that's besides the point. But overall, I did hear that the game was received positively. The gameplay was good. Visually, the game is fantastic. So,
Oh, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to definitely give it a
and
try.
technically,
when
the
it comes
game is free if you have PS Plus.
Yep.
So,
out. There was one gripe. Okay, so as a trophy hunter, see, I just had to just real quick. So like, there's a trophy in this game. They revealed the trophy list. There's no spoilers or anything like that. I don't know if there's like a bigger, wider story, but you have to play 1,200 matches. I don't know how fast those matches go. 1,200 matches.
bro, you better start
I
grinding.
mean, I gotta start
cuz.
grinding now. I better
Better
start
start
like the
grinding.
moment it comes out. It's just like I'm right on it. Just 1,200
Exactly.
matches. That's it.
I'm just saying, by the end of those 1,200 matches, you better be a god.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I'm just
I mean,
saying.
you know one way we can become a god? The fighting game glossary that was just coming out. So,
Facts.
the fighting game glossary.
Keep hands off tables is one of those cables that's about to go.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, okay. So, yeah, the fighting game glossary was just released, or not just released, it was updated just recently. And this was, I can't remember the name of the gentleman who made this. I believe, is it Info?
Infil.
Yep.
Okay.
He's also the guy, fun fact, who made the Killer Instinct guide. He has like a whole website
Yeah.
dedicated to teaching people how to play Killer Instinct. And it's actually really, really good. The guy really knows how to teach people fighting games.
Yeah, so
if you didn't say it, I was gonna. I think that guide is, incredibly well respected, and it's like
Yes.
probably responsible for turning more people to KI than any other single resource on the internet.
When I was learning on KI, I was glued to his website for like at least a week.
Okay. Yeah, this game glossary is definitely helpful for someone like myself who's not insanely good at fighting games as you guys are.
What do you mean, man? You're a god.
But man, I try. Sometimes I try, but I'll cry and then I'll try and then I'll cry some more. But I mean, it's got everything from Super Smash. You got Tekken in here, Marvel vs. Capcom, Dragon Ball Fighters, Mortal Kombat. The works, and it gives you just sort of a brief rundown of how to
Just navigate.
understand the games and navigate fighting game lingo. And
You can finally understand the definition of the word fuzzy.
But yeah, so if you type in the word fuzzy,
You guys want to pop that open on the laptop that I can cut to?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
we can do that. Type in fuzzy. Let's see.
Okay, if you guys don't know, depending on which game you're playing, the word fuzzy will have a bunch of different meanings.
A confusing.
Yeah,
it
look,
starts out with a confusing term with
confusing
two meanings.
term. That should
Love
tell you
it.
everything you
Yeah,
need to know.
so this is a really, really good guide for anyone who's interested to get into the fighting game community and scene, and I definitely encourage people to try it out. We'll probably link this, towards the end of the stream or now. I don't know, wherever you guys
Put it
want.
in the.
So-
It'll be in the YouTube video description too if you're catching
video.
us there.
Okay.
But for now, you could see if you just Google the words infill or fighting game glossary, you will definitely find it.
100%.
It was the talk of the town in the FGC only a couple of short days ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
No DOA section. I'm kind of mad, but it is what it is.
That was
No
the
DOA?
first
Oh, yeah,
tweet
there's
I
no
saw.
DOA.
Is
No Dead or Alive.
he debuted it functionally, and it was getting obviously tons of high praise as it deserves. And then the first tweet I saw that had anything oppositional to say was just like, "No DOA, huh? I see what you've done."
Do we know if he's working on DOA?
Probably not.
Not. No. Does he have something against DOA? Is there a whole thing? Is there a whole history with him?
I think
Probably.
the rapidity with which DOA
respect.
gets added will be directly proportional to how many more people tweet at him about it.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a bot ready to go. It's going to spam on 24/7.
So let's go into King of Fighters. We just had a character reveal.
That's right. We got a
Mary?
bunch of them, actually. Yes.
Blue Mary.
We got homegirl Blue Mary. Half grappler. I'm still
Nuke,
really,
nuke
really
that
pumped.
volume right quick because we got lightning bolted so hard on that last time.
Sorry, guys.
My boy said I ain't trying to get a fucking
Yeah,
shot
but
today.
Blue Mary, looking awesome. I've been watching all the King of Fighters trailers. I've never actually played a King of
Never
Fighters
actually
game.
played a KOF game?
Or actually, no, I have. That's a lie. I've played like the original, like 98 and 2000, but I haven't actually played any of the recent ones.
I will
So
tell you
this
the-
might be a nice jumping off point for me.
The games are not as difficult as people claim. The trials are some next level shit. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah. Ooh.
But
Oh
just,
my God.
But just ignore all of that. It's as difficult to play as every other fighting game.
Okay.
It's super fun, rewarding, 1v1 while still being a versus fighter. And it's mostly known for its, I would say, unique art style. But with KOF 14 and now KOF 15, that's kind of been brought up and kind of like some hot debate.
Yeah.
Because KOF 14 was overall mechanically fine, but visually a lot of people did not like it. We don't know anything about this game mechanically yet, but visually, the community's kind of split.
Really? Visually? I think this game looks beautiful. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm expecting this to do some numbers out there. I think people are going to really like it. So
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's just so outstandingly an upgrade over the graphic style of 14.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see them side by side. I saw some comparison videos of what the visual style looked like. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad they went into this new direction in terms of art style. So,
Yeah,
but
they're using the Sam Show engine, so that's why the models like they're kind of like cel shaded, brightly colored.
yeah, I definitely noticed that. Sam Show's a very pretty game.
Yeah.
Really intense looking, but they did tone it down a little bit just for King of Fighters.
Yep.
Blue Mary, do you have any thoughts on Blue Mary? Was she any of the previous King of Fighters games?
She was.
Okay.
She was. The character was kind of busted.
Okay.
But to be fair, most characters in KOF are like really, really strong.
Okay.
I just hope that her core game style is still there.
Okay.
Half grappler,
Does
half-
anything
half
look
rushed down.
different just from watching the minute trailer that we have?
No, not really.
Okay,
Really.
so they kept it pretty close to the chest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good. You know, so nothing wow gets too added, like nothing stupid happens. But like at the same time, I want to see how they touch some frame data.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's like some hidden special that they didn't show. You know,
Oh my God.
they don't show everything in every single trailer.
Yeah.
So I really just want to get my hands on the game and see if they added anything special to it.
I love how exaggerated the grapples and like just the throwing mechanics are in this game. It makes it look so painful. And then they just get up and like walk it up and just like
exactly. Just gotta brush it off, bro.
KOF
that was
has such a grappler viability compared to a lot of other titles on the market.
There's a lot of grapplers.
And
he just got up and walked it off. Like
yeah,
that.
bro.
Grappling is like constituted in a lot of characters' kits that you wouldn't even traditionally identify as being a grappler, but you have access to throws, you know, in so many move vocabularies. We just got the trailer that we would have seen last week if we'd done a traditional show would have been the Ralph and Clark trailer, which also, again, like famously kind of grapple-y boys who also have incredible striking moves in their arsenal as well. But
My boy-
Viz, you might know better than me. We got Ralph and Clark would have been the last two reveals of the Hikari team.
Yes.
Blue Mary then would be the first reveal of another team, and I don't know what team she traditionally represents.
To be honest, I don't know either.
Yeah,
I don't see. I like Blue Mary, but I didn't play her like that.
right.
But my boy Clark, if you've never seen Clark, think of like a joke character, but that's actually kind of godlike.
This stage also is legendary. I don't know if you guys saw the cut twos of the stage, but this is fully just a
Look at that.
it's
Oh,
a
that's
Neo
beautiful.
Geo
Oh my
stage
God.
comprised of a bunch of Neo Geo things, but mostly oh god, the game where you are
Yeah, there's a lot of little Easter
Metal
eggs.
Slug, yeah.
Metal Slug.
It's a full Metal Slug background with the tank and the
That's awesome.
the captive
That's
back there.
a really cool throwback.
Yeah, the stage is incredible.
Speaking of throwbacks, oh,
Look at this
gee.
stupid character.
All right,
bro. Look
Bane?
at him.
Is he Bane? Like, oh my
Yes.
God,
Multi-throw, yeah.
He can do that like fucking 4 times in a row, bro.
Yeah.
I love Clark. Clark is godlike.
He's the best.
that's amazing.
And the last two boys on the team with the best character in the game, Leona.
Oh yeah.
We don't talk about Leon.
So are we expecting more characters, or do you think they've already hit the peak? Because they've been showing a lot of
They're
content.
they're showing. They're
There's a
definitely showing way more
tremendous-
characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we're even.
Not
well,
even
we might be at
close.
halfway. But
Okay.
Yeah. As a KOF is known for having an extremely large roster.
The
Oh,
rumor
like
has
almost
been.
Smash size, or
Yes.
like okay.
The rumor has been that the release roster could be as big as 48 characters.
Oh my God.
Yeah, which would be somewhat on par with how 14 was released.
All right,
too,
48
so-
base characters. Season pass 1 now.
Yeah,
10 additional characters.
yeah.
Bro, imagine that.
Jeez. I mean, I'm down for it. That sounds awesome. So, yeah, King of Fighters looking really good. Can't wait to hear more about more of the new characters that are coming out soon. So, yeah. So next we got up is the Twitch rivals, MKX Lives. Unfortunately, now
That was rough. That was rough.
So basically, what happened? Assholes on the internet were just like, no, and they just like doxed this stream, and they were just doxing, you know, famous players like Rewind and Deoxys, and they couldn't play the
And
game.
posting a bunch of personal information in
Yes.
the chat.
Yeah,
Imagine
terrible.
you're smoking someone in like on stream in chat, all of a sudden the loser just pulls up and drops your addy.
Yeah.
In Twitch chat of all places.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Twitch rivals, they came out with a statement. They said, we do not condone harassment of any kind on Twitch, and we have paused today's Max Presents MKX Lives Twitch Rivals tournament to ensure the safety of our participants. The top 8 phase of the tournament will be rescheduled for a later date. Now, do we think it'll be anytime soon, or do you think this is going to be
Hell no.
indefinite? Really?
Hell nah.
I think it would have been the following day if they didn't. That team had to respool and get ready to do Combo Breaker this
Yep.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, so they probably would have been able to get right back to it. But they had MKX and MK11 coverage today and yesterday for CB, and it's a huge number of overlap in those two teams. So I think they had to pivot almost immediately.
Yeah, I could maybe see this maybe two months out at most. Yeah. So
I
just
wonder
to
if they're
clear
going to
things.
try to take any action to try to catch the guy.
I don't know,
That's
but
the real question.
I mean, it's the internet. So many people, and it's hard to pinpoint who did it and who done it.
Twitch has a lot of money though, so
They do.
If
They
they-
got that Amazon money.
if they wish to launch a full-on investigation to try to catch him, they can do it.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
I would be astounded to find that they haven't done that already in some capacity, just because I had been seeing, like, right when it went down, that the person doing it, or I guess it was a handful of accounts responsible for it, had already been seen doing that the previous weekend on another stream. So, it's not like this person wasn't walking around with a
Oh,
reputation.
okay. So going back on that, they did find. So they do have a person. They kicked him out of. It says Julie Salin. I'm not sure how to say that name. Being kicked from an online event on May 4th, and it wasn't the first instance of happening to him. Enter. But we don't know if that actually is the person.
They're saying it's a vengeance plot?
Could be. Yeah. Several users
like
mentioned
I
that the
said-
person was responsible for doxing, been active for several weeks.
Yeah, I knew my boy got smoked. He
Yeah.
got salty, so he started dropping addies in the
Yeah.
chat.
Oh yeah.
He got
This is-
DQ'd because he didn't show up for 13 minutes, and then...
Because he was too busy dropping addies.
Yeah. Then he came back with it.
Hey, bro, like I said, Twitch chat is a wild place, bro.
It's the wild, wild west of Twitch
Twitch chat
chat.
is truly the wild, wild west.
Well, speaking of films coming to the West, Injustice: Gods Among Us is getting an animated feature. Holy shit, I'm excited. Did you read the comics, Tomas?
I did read the comics.
Did you play the game?
I don't like.
What's happening?
He had to dodge that question.
What? No one play. Does anyone play Injustice? Injustice is such a great game.
I'm skating around the question.
DC finally got a fighting game back in 2014, 2013, somewhere around there, and that was the most exciting thing ever. DC never
it was quite
really
the
got
game.
awesome games
It was
and
quite a video game.
fighting games. Yeah, I can't even think of a fighting game with DC characters in it before that. So, when you really think about it, it's like Batman Arkham.
I believe Mortal Kombat versus DC was a thing.
Sorry, oh my God,
Yeah, but see,
you're
we don't
right.
count
But
that
do we
game.
actually
Yeah.
count that game?
Yeah,
I'm not
that
sure
game
if
was
that-
ass.
I'm not sure if that exists.
Yeah, most people do not.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 8. I don't know if that ever came out. I think they just skipped over it.
Yeah.
MK
Well, it was
They
a-
pulled it from everywhere.
It was a
and
prototype for Injustice, right?
Oh,
I mean, really,
absolutely.
at the end.
Yeah,
of
Oh,
it.
definitely. Yeah. Love the no gore in a Mortal Kombat game. That was
Yeah.
that was interesting.
Fabulous, fabulous choice.
But yeah, I'm excited for Injustice: Gods Among Us. I mean, we get to see basically an alternative reality of your favorite superheroes. Superman going bad. What happens when he loses the love of his life? What the hell does he do now? He just fucking eye lasers everyone and just.
Hey, bro. I mean, I feel like if you lose the love of your life, I feel like there's a lot of routes you can take.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like lasering the fuck out of everyone should not be on that list.
Yeah, but it happened.
It-
So this at least this universe it happened.
Well,
but
like I said, I always say, life is multiple choice.
oh, it is.
Superman just happened to choose violence right
Yeah,
there.
they were just like A, save everyone. B, kill everyone. He was like, oh man, this is hard.
Insert
Might
meme.
be B.
Insert meme of sweating guy choosing a
sweating
button.
guy,
Yeah, just, oh man. Am I right?
Bro, you're always right.
Yeah, totally.
But I will say, I'm curious to see how the film turns out. DC anime films are known to be really good.
Oh, super good.
I
Their
will say
quality's
they're
amazing.
known to be really fun.
As of recently, they've been doing very, very well in the
Funny that
animated
live
space.
action was like that, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh well, I mean, it's remained to be seen. Well, they can improve. Hey, look,
It can improve. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say, bro.
just give them a chance.
Whatever
Just give
you
'em a
say,
chance,
bro.
man.
Yeah, just bring back Batman with the fucking bat
Like,
nips.
yeah.
That's going to save DC live action. Guaranteed.
We gotta let James
George
Gunn.
Clooney
Yeah,
needs to
bring
come
back-
back.
bring back
George
George Clooney with the
Clooney.
bat nips.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
need to let James Gunn take his shot.
Yeah, absolutely. He'd go all over that. Give him the Batman credit card again.
He's
you know?
got
shot,
the new.
bro.
I mean, he is in the driver's seat for the
Suicide Squad, right?
Suicide
Yeah.
Squad reboot. Yeah,
Yeah.
or
Give him
I guess
Batman.
reboot / sequel, whatever it ends up
Yeah, absolutely.
being.
Give James Gunn Batman. I think he could do a good Batman.
I like it.
So yeah, and Justice Gods Among Us. I'm hoping maybe some people start to take a look at this film and be like, man, where can I get more of this?
I mean,
And they'll just be looking at books, and then they're going to be like, whoa, there's a
like,
video
there's
game.
a video game.
Whoa.
And look at that.
Look at this.
Injustice 2 comes back, and they'll say, no, fuck Injustice 3.
Oh, yes. This is what I'm hoping.
See,
that's
that's
what
the
it
game
does.
plan. You drop
Yeah.
a movie, then people get excited, then boom, Injustice 3.
I think that's sort of like the reverse of what happened with Mortal Kombat. They were like, MK11. All right, now a movie.
Now we make a movie.
Now a
Well,
movie.
Ed Boon's he's been like all over Twitter teasing. I think we talked about this on the last show, but he had been teasing that the MK franchise is in some way courting Marvel. So there's a possibility that instead of having an Injustice,
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
pivot fully into
Yeah,
the Marvel
they're
franchise.
playing-
They are making a Marvel fighting game. NRS is making a Marvel fighting game, I believe.
You're just manifesting it right now, aren't you?
No.
Yeah, I don't know if
wish I
that's
would.
confirmed. I mean, there's enough evidence certainly to suggest that it's a possibility. I think there was like multiple closed doors meeting that
Yeah.
people have been privy to.
Yeah, he did say it. Yeah, Ed Boon was in a meeting, I believe, what was it, last year, where he had said that they did come forward, with an idea, but they don't know if they're actually, we don't actually know if they're working on it or not. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think they could definitely make a violent Marvel game. It's just up to Marvel actually wanting that. I mean, I guess Papa Disney, you don't want to piss off the House of Mouse.
You got to get past Mickey Mouse first, bro.
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse owns everything.
I mean, if they give Mickey Mouse a fatality, it's all over. I'm in that game. Like that's it. Like I want that game right now, Viz. I want that game right now.
Yo, they give Mickey Mouse a.
Yeah, no.
Put Mickey Mouse again, give him a fucking fatality.
Absolutely.
I will play
he'll
that
be
game.
the DLC character. You know how Mortal Kombat got Joker? Look, Injustice versus Marvel, whatever they're going to call it. We'll get
Shadow
Mickey.
Mickey.
Shadow Mickey?
He's the hidden boss.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we'll just get Sora from
Remember,
Kingdom
they're
Hearts, 'cause
saying
why not?
they're saying Marvel, not the entire Disney extended universe.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro.
Dude,
You gotta select. There's hidden Mickeys everywhere.
Season Pass 1,
Yeah.
all the Disney princesses. That's it.
No, dude.
Just like
cut
violent
that.
Snow
all
White.
Marvel,
Mulan.
all Marvel characters, all NRS characters, and
All
then
NRS, all
one Kylo Ren.
Yeah, absolutely. They got to revive Star Wars somehow.
Yeah.
They're going to put a Baby Yoda as an assist character. That's what's going to happen.
Gosh.
Uh-oh, dude, you just manifested it into a tag
Yeah,
game.
it's going to happen, guys. We're going to manifest it right now on this stream. That's it.
Speaking of manifestation, we managed to manifest CEO.
How did we do that? Like that's amazing. CEO's coming back.
The power of will.
Power of gamers.
Somebody
Community-
called you Bailey and made a really compelling argument.
Yeah, we all
Community
called them.
Effort Orlando is coming back on December 3rd through December 5th in Orlando, Florida.
Florida. I'm excited. I would love to go back to CEO. I mean, look, my first experience at CEO was in 2019. Wasn't the greatest experience ever. It was more so Daytona.
You
was
went
the
to
problem.
Daytona, bro. That's
Daytona was-
crazy.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
Daytona had some problems.
Some.
The venue itself was great. I loved it. Met a lot of awesome people. Saw a lot of awesome fights.
Got a beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, fights
So-
both in the game and out of the game.
But yeah, the crowd around there just I don't know. The city itself is kind of jank, just a little bit. Just a little, it's got that it's got that kind of musk. It's just like
That kind of
you
musk.
sniff it and you're just like there might be a little bit of a stank here. I don't-
just a teeny bit.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so-
because we
but
went
I
from the
mean-
land of Daytona to the land of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
It's now in Orlando, Florida. CEO's to be combined with CEO Taku, which was originally CEO, but only for anime fighting.
Right, anime.
And that
fighters.
was held in Orlando. I don't know the exact venue, but I'm going to assume that CEO 2020 will be held in the same venue that CEO Taku is normally held in.
It's kind
Yeah.
of cool. CEO Taku, just anime fighters strictly. Like that's really cool. Like
Yeah.
they took the whole Japanese culture of just anime fighting and anime in general and just put it all in one convention. for a
Anime
day.
fighters need some love, bro.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Anime fighters are fucking amazing. Jesus,
You-
I
you
can
s-
never say their names because there's just like Undernight, EX at birth, but
Bro,
Alpha.
imagine
Beta,
having a game called Uniclear. Who decided to name the game Uniclear?
I don't know. It could be some sort of translation thing. I honestly have no idea what compels them to name those things like that. But I always think it's just the most.
Just look at
interesting
Guilty Gear names.
Yeah.
I love Guilty Gear. They got
Yeah.
the stupidest names, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
A core accent, A plus, B minus.
They said
1,
Xrd.
2 million. Yeah,
They said
Xrd.
they said
say
Xrd.
Xrd. Xrd.
I was
They
like,
had to
all
be
right, bro.
extra about it. And
All right, bro.
I
You
love
got it.
Yeah, I love it.
I
So
think
yeah,
the names like that, like those conjugations and those truncations, mostly come from us talking about the game. If you ask the developers, I bet they prefer you never shorten it. You got to say every single word that appears in
every
it.
syllable. It needs
Guil-
to be exact.
Guilty
precise.
Gear Xrd Revelator 2. Ultimate
Yeah, that's what
Edition.
they want you to say.
Ultimate Edition.
Oof.
Oh my God.
It's a whole statement in a video game.
That's a statement and a half.
So yeah, we get CEO back. We're getting one major competition back. I mean, I know Evo is kind of, sort of still happening. Sony did buy them earlier this year, so hopefully we get more for that. But yeah, so are you planning to go on CEO? Do you want to go?
I
Do you
want to
wanna
go,
with me?
yes.
Yeah, come with me. I'll drive. How about that? I'll drive you. I got gas. It's fine.
I'll fly. Thank you very much.
No, all right. I mean, hey, look, I'm
I appreciate the offer, but I ain't sitting in no car for like 10 hours, bro.
especially with me. I'm just gonna talk your head off. That's it.
Nah. That life is road trips are not for me.
Yeah.
They're not for me.
All right, guys. I know there was a lot of news in the last 2 weeks since you've seen us, and our last show was a little bit more casual than usual, so we had more to talk about than we would have. But I want to come back to the point I made in the beginning of the show, which is that tonight what we want to do for you guys, which we haven't done in the past, let it be known. We're going to pilot a game show that we have developed for the first time, and we're going to need a short break to do that. So we're going to go to a break just real quick here while we do a little set flip, but please absolutely stick with us. You're going to want to see what we come back with, I promise. We've got some guests in the studio. We've got an action-packed, an exciting game show for which I forgot to find a bunch of royalty-free music for. So you're also going to get an a cappella performance from somebody in the studio singing me a rendition of a royalty-free game show theme in just a couple minutes. Come right back, people.
Let's go.
Welcome back, everybody, to Chip Damaged. As a reminder, you're watching the FGC late night variety show that nobody asked us to make, live from Nashville, Tennessee, as always. And we've got something special, which Atlas is especially excited about, that we've never tried out here before, and we're going to play test it on you guys for the first time. And like I said, it's a game show. Some of you who've been alive for a long time, like myself, might recognize the theme of a show like this. But what we're going to bring you tonight with our 3 special guests again is a game show we're calling Mash Your Luck. And that, as we all know, is the famous Mash Your Luck theme song. You've heard it 100 times before, so of course that theme was extremely familiar to you. And I am joined now by our guests in the studio. I'm going to turn those mics live and have you guys introduce yourselves. Welcome so much to the Fortress, those who've been here before and those who haven't. Starting on our left, tell us who you are.
Alrighty, I'm Prickly Saguaro, and I am 1/3 of Scruffy City FGC.
I'm Squiddy Kid, also 1/3 of Scruffy City FGC, also the main TO voice behind Tennessee Online.
And I'm Freezy. They just found me on the street.
Hey, talk like you're on TV, Freezy.
I mean, like I said,
You're sponsored!
I am spot. They just found me on the streets, bro.
We found him outside where they were shooting the Overwatch League, and we thought he worked, so.
Nice. I think he does. And so, again, if you've seen a game show like this before, whose name we will never say, nobody slip, the rules are relatively simple to follow. We're going to do a round of question asking. That question asking is going to allow our participants to gain some spins, where they will then use those spins in the next round to spin on the board. They're going to be continuing to mash their luck, hoping not to get a whammy, which will take all the cash that they've accrued up to that point. Any player getting 4 whammies during the course of our game will be eliminated. And as a note of the show flow, we'll do a round of questions. They'll have a chance to spend some spins, and then we'll go into a second round of questions. The winner at the end of our show will be the one carrying the total highest dollar value, which we will not be paying them because we cannot afford to. But what they will be walking away with is a tub of their choice of the new 3.0 designs of Rogue Energy. Again, we'll be heading to the rogueenergy.com website and using code FGC4 to purchase them a full tub of their choice of any of the products in their line. So I know how just unimaginably excited they must be to try and win that. So with that, I think we will get started with our first round of questions. If my contestants are ready.
Let's get it.
All right.
So, the first question, and remember, they will be able to buzz in at any time after the question's been asked. If we have not produced an answer after that first buzz, we will then have a chance to get it. There'll be a round of multiple choice questions where they will be winning spins, but a slightly lower number of them. It'll make sense as we go, and anybody who's watched the television program will know where we're at all the while. So, without further ado, the first question: who was the first boss in the original Crash Bandicoot? Prickly Saguaro.
No, I don't know.
All right, so that's...
Does that become one of the multiple choice options?
It won't. I've got some for you. So, again, so any wins from here will count for 1 spin. As a reminder to our board op, that'll be 1 spin they win from here. And your choices, reset those buzzers, are A, Papu Papu, B, Ripperoo, or C, Tiny Tiger.
Papu Papu?
Papu Papu is correct. That's what I like to hear. The studio is live, boy.
I'll be real, I've never played Crash Bandicoot in my life.
Yeah, what are we saying?
I have something in the lower left corner of my camera shot that I think is a monitor. Can we slide camera like maybe 6 inches closer to them at large? I just want to see less of that. You know, I made these buzzer system boxes that I think look so cool, and nobody's going to get to... And then give me a tip down whenever you're ready. In the meantime, I'm going to... We'll move on to question 2 just as soon as our Buzzer op feels ready to go. Not springing anything on anybody. Perfect, much better. Thank you so much, Jolene. Question 2. What character appeared as the sole guest fighter in the PSP release Soul Calibur Broken Destiny? Was that Squiddy Kid?
No, I didn't press it.
Who buzzed in?
Oh, you just
Nobody
reset
did.
it.
Yeah.
Did you?
Let's reset again.
All right.
I'm going to read the full question again, and anybody who can buzz before we hear multiple choice answers, please do so. What character appeared as the sole guest fighter in the PSP release Soul Calibur Broken Destiny?
Did I?
I didn't press it.
Smash that reset button on top of that box if you would. All right, so now, without resetting anymore, I'm going to read the question again. Buzz when you're ready, contestants. What character appeared as the sole guest fighter in the PSP release Soul Calibur Broken Destiny?
You had it.
Jolene,
It was
it was on.
Yeah, we were already primed. I'm going to move to, it doesn't sound, has anybody tried to buzz? Can I ask first?
No.
Okay, but I'm going to go straight to our multiple choice then.
Okay, cool.
Let's make sure those lights are green.
They're not. Okay.
There you go. Is it A, Cloud Strife, B, Kratos, or C, Darth Vader? Squiddy Kid.
I'm gonna take a guess and say Cloud Strife.
Incorrect. So now we reset for buzzes. Reset for buzzes.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess Darth Vader.
Incorrect.
Oh wow. That was a PS2 version. Man.
No, that wasn't PS Super.
There's one option remaining. I'm going to assume
Kratos?
Kratos is the correct answer. That'll be one spin.
All
You're
right.
thinking Soul Calibur 4, by the way, where Darth Vader was in.
That's what.
Correct, yes. And interestingly enough, game fact,
It wasn't Link.
Game fact, Cloud Strife was intended to be the guest character in this game until a rights conflict made it so they had to pivot to Kratos.
That sounds like Square Enix.
It sure does.
It was the one character that was almost out of the new Smash Brothers because of something like that. So
I can imagine so. All right, you guys ready for the next question? Remember, we prime the buzzers after the question's been fully asked. In the 1978 arcade title, Space Invaders, how many rows of aliens appear in a wave?
is it 8?
8 is incorrect.
Is it 5?
It is 5. 3 spins. It's an awfully high number. Yeah, five rows appear in each wave. The aliens increase in size, which can make it seem like there's a lot more than there is in the latter rounds. All right, we got 2 more questions left in the first round, you guys, and then we will take a visit to the board to spend those spins. All right, standing by. The next question. In what game did Kitana first appear as a playable character?
MK4?
Incorrect.
I want to say MK2.
Correct. MK2 is the answer.
I don't think I would get that right.
MK11, he says.
That's 3 spins for Freezy, and it's going to take us to our last question of round number 1 before we take a visit to the board. What are the inputs for the infamous Konami code?
Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. I got it wrong, really?
I actually am going to have to say that's correct. The start is not in the original code, but it is required for almost every other appearance of the code.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll give it to him. That's 3 spins for Squiddy Kid. And that's going to take us to our board round, where we're going to take a visit over to our board. As a reminder, we've got Prickly Saguaro with 4 spins, we've got Squiddy Kid with 4 spins, and Freezy sitting on 3 spins. For the audience at home, what's going to happen here is that they're going to start the spin around the board where they'll have an opportunity to win some of the fabulous prizes and cash. There will be neither prizes nor cash available to win here, and then they're going to get some cash value, which again will count as effectively their points towards winning our game in the end. We'll start with our... in the case of a tie here, I think I'm going to have to give the opportunity to spin first to our player who answered the most questions with an unprompted answer. It's going to go to Squiddy Kid. And he's got 4 spins. We're going to start the board up, and at any time he's ready, he's going to tell us when he wants to stop.
Stop.
$350 going to Squiddy Kid. And at this time, I want to remind our contestants that they can pass the number of spins they have at any time.
Let's keep it going.
He's going to spin again.
Stop.
$1,000 and a spin, taking him back to 3 spins.
Let's run it. Come on.
He's going to spin again.
Stop.
$750.
We'll spin it again. Stop. And I think I'll pass my last turn.
He's going to pass his last spin.
Oh, okay. This will be.
And we'll go to our next, before we burn Freezy's spins here, we'll go to Prickly Saguaro,
All right.
where you've got 4 available spins.
Cool, I'll spin. And stop.
750 and a spin.
Then again. And stop.
2,500 and 3 remaining spins.
Okay, cool, I'm gonna pass the rest.
She's passing the spins.
Toxic!
Nah, it went to me though.
All right, I think we progress actually to our next dollar value leader, which is going to pass back to Squiddy Kid, where he's got 3 spins. As a reminder, since they were passed to him, 3 spins that he now has to use.
Stop.
$1,000 more and 2 spins remaining.
Stop.
And you whammies. That's what you don't want to see, people. And so what will happen in the case of a whammy, since you had 3 spins you had to spend and you got a whammy, now you've one of those spins has moved to your earned box where you can now use it or pass it.
I'll go ahead and use it. I mean, I got nothing, so.
Sounds like the right reasoning.
Stop.
He transitions from a commanding lead to way behind with 2 whammies, and the play will pass to Freezy, where he's got 1 spin that he must use.
Alright. Stop.
1,200. And a free computer. So, yeah, and you've got 3 spins here. Use them
Alright,
or
I'm
pass
going
them.
to use one of them.
He's going to use one of his spins.
Stop.
750.
Run it back. Stop.
1 whammy for Freezy. And again, you've got 1 remaining spin. Use it or pass it.
So what's the tech here? I mean, it's gonna take like a miracle just to get like what? I think the highest amount was 5,000 at this point.
Yes.
Well, but remember, we're going to move into some more questions, and then there's another
okay.
round where you'll be participating with these same dollar values. So putting up some money now will still help you in round 2.
Gotcha. Okay, let's run it back then. Stop. Oh.
Couldn't ask for more than that.
And I'm gonna pass that
$3,000.
spin.
And he's going to pass that spin.
Oh,
Go
boy.
back to Prickly Saguaro, who's going to have to use that spin here.
Alrighty, let's go. And stop.
1,000. That means at the end of our first board around here, we've got Prickly Saguaro sitting on 4,250, Squiddy Kid sitting on a big 0 and 2 whammies, and Freezy on $3,000 and a whammy. So we will go ahead and head back to our second round of questions here. And again, as a reminder, they'll have an opportunity to answer unprompted, whereupon they will then get some multiple choice questions that they might be able to answer here. All right. Our next question, and this one's a bit wordy. What is the exclamatory official move name of Majin Buu's super, accessed using quarter circle forward and 2 attack buttons in Arc System Works Dragon Ball FighterZ?
I'm gonna just put this one down right now.
I need to repeat the question.
Can we phone up?
Different game show, actually. All right. So, our multiple choice questions here. Is it A, I hate you? B, Boo wins? Or C, snack time is now? Squiddy Kid.
I'm gonna take a shot. I hate you.
I hate you is correct.
Everything.
All right.
And more.
Again, as a reminder, the difficulty is going to rise in round 2 on these questions, and this is another somewhat wordy question here. Question 2, round 2. What is the name of the robotic South American native statue featured as a boss in Capcom arcade title Red Earth? Also known as Warzard, if you've... All right. Is it A, Kongao, B, Gigi, or C, Hauser?
I'll take
Freezy.
and say A.
Kongao
Yes.
is incorrect.
Cool.
All right. I think for the sake of, in round 1, we let them keep guessing. Obviously, we can't do that because now they've eliminated an answer and no, there's only 2. So I think we get 1 on our multiple choices there. So we will have to move to the next one. But the answer there would have been Gigi, the character Gigi, a giant totemic idol that smashes with hands and stuff in Warzard. All right, you guys ready? Question 3. We've got 2 remaining, so this is our second to our penultimate question in round 2. Last chance to get some spins for the final money round. In Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Jun Kazama has a move that shares a name with a super from what Street Fighter II character? All right. Is it A, Cammy, B, Ken, or C, Chun-Li? Squiddy Kid.
Ken?
Ken is incorrect. Chun-Li and Jun Kazama share a move name. And it's whatever Chun-Li's other super is. Yeah. All right.
That's my favorite.
You guys, this is going to be our last question of round 2 and your last opportunity to get any spins for our final money round. Last question. What is the name of the King of Fighters team always led by Athena Asamaya?
God, I should know this.
You should know this. because I don't-
Yeah, because I play Athena.
All right. Is it A, Sacred Treasures team, B, Yagami team, or C, Psycho Soldier team?
Psycho Soldiers.
Psycho Soldier team is correct. 1 point for Squiddy. So as a reminder, we'll go into our spin round here, and if you don't have any spins going into this round, you can still get some if somebody so generously or maliciously passes them to you, as a reminder. So the state of our board going into the spins round, again, we've got Prickly Saguaro way ahead on money with 42.50, Squiddy Kid on 0 with some whammies, and 2 spins available to him. Freezy with 3 grand and no spins. This is going to be a short spinning round, I think.
I have to get really lucky is what it
This
looks
is a
like.
redemption arc right here. Just watch.
Let's run it. If I get 2 whammies, I swear to God. Stop.
750 and a spin.
Okay, we'll
A
take
chance to recover here with 2 spins remaining.
Spin.
He's going to spin.
Stop.
Let's stop him, but give him back 1 spin here. Of course.
That should not count.
So we put one spin back in your bucket. You got one spin left to use or pass, reminding you that you have 3 whammies.
So I literally have to get 5K or it's over, basically. Well, I could get one of the extra spins, but let's go ahead and spin it.
He's gonna spin.
Stop.
Oh, he got a movement. Yeah, let's pump him up. He got a movement space, which resulted in no dollar value. So let him spin again. 500! Not quite enough to put him into second place. All right, well, I guess I probably could have had a round 3 ready. But I don't, so that's the end of our game. The state of our board at the end as a reminder here.
What a host!
Quickly, Saguaro taking it away with 42.50 on the board. Squiddy Kid with 500. Freezy, a respectable second place with $3,000 in his bucket. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been MASH. Your luck. Oh, we sheesh the building down. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Before we get out of here, I want to tell everybody to stick around. We are going to have an after show for you guys. We'll take a little break here and flip the set. And before we go, I wanted to give our friends over here in the Scruffy City FGC a chance to plug something. They've got a couple of events headed to us. And if you want to take it away, like, say a few words, you guys.
Let's start with the online one, because that's like the weekly usual sort of thing.
Sure thing.
We here at Scruffy City FGC, we run online tournaments by the name of Tennessee Online. You might have heard of them. I'm very annoying about advertising them across Discord servers. Our next one coming up, Guilty Gear Plus R, we're going to be starting off with. I mean, Strive's coming out the week after, might as well. We're going to be running a Parsec tournament with Million Arthur Arcana Blood, so that will be completely free. Don't even need to own the game, because Parsec tournament, so that's great. And to end it off, we're going to be doing a Street Fighter V tournament. Those tend to be our highest turnouts, so if you want some competition, definitely sign up for that. Sign-ups will probably start tomorrow at smash.gg/TennesseeOnline16. I will be posting across Discords, including the 4 Horsemen Discord, when that is ready for you to sign up and stuff like that.
That's right. And if you want to catch that Discord notification, be sure to use !Discord in the chat to get a link to the 4 Horsemen Discord if you're not already a part of that. And remember, you see it here on the screen, follow Scruffy City FGC. They are at Scruffy City FGC on Twitter, and follow them on Twitch if you would. Again, that's Scruffy City FGC. And I think you guys have got one more thing for us.
We do got one more thing, yeah. So we've been doing online tournaments for a while. Of course, you got COVID and stuff like that, but we are bringing back offline with the token throwdowns. So the last Sunday of June, we will be doing something a little bit different than usual. We'll be kind of trying to get some of the rust off, and we're going to be having a bunch of exhibitions. Plenty of people have signed up already for Tekken. Plenty of people have signed up for Strive. Got some people for Street Fighter. Got some people for Under Night. Pretty good time. We are even allowing people to basically nominate their own game as well as their own opponent if there's something a little more specific. I know a lot of people here are fans of Dragon Ball in the studio, so that would definitely be something you want to nominate. Should be a good time. You should be able to sign up now as well at smash.gg/token throwdown revival. I'm very excited for that one because, oh boy, do I want offline to come back. I'm very ready for it.
Again, that was smash.gg/token throwdown revival.
All the info will be there in terms of where it's happening and all that.
I want to thank you guys one more time for joining us. Sheesh is echoing out forever into the distance. Thanks so much again to everybody who joined us in the studio tonight. It is somewhat heavy-hearted that I must tell you this will be the last time we're in the studio for a while, but that doesn't mean that the programming has to end, and as a matter of fact, we will continue to try and get on air. We'll start tomorrow, hopefully with a beat-em-up adventures like you would be accustomed to seeing on a Monday, and because it's a holiday, hopefully we will be able to do so. But that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks so much, everybody in the chat. I think that I was so busy.